What is going on, fitness coaches? Welcome to another episode of the Change Lives, Make Money on the Trainer podcast. It's your boy, B Mark. And in today's episode, we've got an episode of Podchats. Now, if you're new to this community and you don't know what Podchats is, allow me to explain. Now, if you're on this 10K Mastermind call, I see a few new clients on here. All right, I see Ronnie, what's up? New clients on here. Okay, I see some new clients. Coach Leo, what's up? If you guys have a question, there's a little reaction button on Zoom. Tap react, raise your hand, and then you can ask a question. You can also put a rocket ship if you want. So that's cool. But raise your hand on Zoom if you guys have a question that you'd like to ask. Every single week, I come here and I spend as much time as I need to with you guys. My intention is to give you guys my brains, over deliver and serve. I want to change your guys' life and give you everything you need. Really quickly, if you guys haven't gotten your tickets to the PT nomination event yet, I would do it. Go to ptdevent.com to secure a ticket. Again, that's ptdevent.com to secure a ticket. We got Adley coming. We got Lane Norton coming. We're going to have 300 people in the room, and I would absolutely love to have you there. Without further ado, let's bring on our first guest, Mr. Jesse. What's going on, brother?
Yeah, man. That's not much. Do we gotta share a win? Is that a win? Did you say that?
Wins first, then question.
Win was last month was really good. 28K, I believe. So it was a big month. Biggest month since like last year in like December. So
Can I give you some love? Because I've been seeing your content more consistently on my newsfeed.
that's good. Probably some boosting going on there. Some good videos though. I think that popped off too.
Cool.
But no, it's been helpful. The tips that we went over, was it 3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago,
Yep.
have been helping. So like the quick scene transitions and stuff like that.
Cool.
And then I've just been boosting, and that's kind of like one of the questions. But so basically, in a nutshell here, so having a tough time booking calls other than from 4-day challenges. 4-day challenges, like, kill it every single time. It's like, but it's a grind, especially when you have like 50 plus clients now.
Yep.
So it's like 4-day challenges are awesome,
Mhm.
but like takes a lot out of me. And then I'd like to find a different way to generate some type of leads that are a little bit warmer. There's got to be another like process. I know there's like email marketing, which I'm doing. It's just not, I'm not booking enough consistent calls basically on off weeks from the
Mhm.
4-day challenge.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Business is growing, but it's like been slow just because like the challenge is the only times I get like 5, 6 clients. Right.
Yep.
So that makes sense.
Yep.
So
Totally makes sense. So out of curiosity, do you mind if I just ask some follow-up questions? Because I just want to get
yeah.
clarity. How many calls are you booking per week from your social media efforts?
So I'm getting like 1 to 2 applications maybe a week, and I'm booking probably like an outbound. I have a VA that's helping me book calls. And I think that might be an issue, but I'm probably getting 1 to 2 calls per week max, like on
Okay. Yeah.
non-calendar weeks.
So that's the first thing, right? Is the standards of 5 calls a week. Now, I've seen your content enough to know that, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're getting pretty decent engagement right now, right?
Yeah, pretty decent. I've been boosting like a post every week. Like I have something boosted all the time that's
Yeah.
helping, I think, it grow it all together, if that
Yep.
makes sense. But
Yeah. So in my opinion, and this is just based off of the conversation that we had a month ago and you changing the content and just the fact that I've seen your content more consistently tells me that your content is no longer the bottleneck. So this to me sounds like a marketing schedule bottleneck and also a
mhm.
potential what's being said in the DMs bottleneck. So talk to me about your marketing schedule, because obviously the 4-day challenge works, but like on a week-to-week basis, what are you doing for your marketing schedule?
Doing like the CTA, the hard CTA on Mondays, and then like offering some type of value on Thursdays, or like a question CTA to get them to raise their hand. Those have not really been hitting. I've gotten like one maybe in the past like 8 weeks, that so maybe it's just the type of them I'm doing or that people aren't warmed up. Like that's why I'm like,
Can
maybe
can
it's
you
the
can you do me a favor? Can you do a screen share? Are you logged into your Instagram on your computer?
not right now yet.
Okay. So I'm just trying to think. I want to see. So the last hard CTA, like when you're doing hard CTAs, like tell me an example of a hard CTA that you do.
Like, on a story,
Yep.
right? I've been just looking around, like, I've been using a lot of Mastermind students, so I'm looking for that one, the basic one. I'm looking for 3 women. I'm looking for 3 women that are, I'm trying to think of, like, the last ones I've done, sorry,
Okay.
off the top of my
That's
head.
okay. This is the thing. So, and you delete all your Instagram stories before and after. You don't post anything. You let it go. You let
Yeah,
it.
I get, like, 1,500 views. Yeah, so, like, people
That's
are
good.
viewing them, just no one's
Yeah.
nothing on, so.
So that's good. Okay. That's a good problem to have. That means that the audience is there. We just need to give them the right offer.
Yeah.
So it's so funny because I've shared a ton of social proof on my social media and some of it does really well, some of it doesn't. So I think that this, Jesse, so the first thing I want to address is the call to action schedules is I want you to start tracking the amount of responses that you get from your CTAs. And this is how you can start doing it. Okay. So if you use ManyChat, Jesse, let's say that you set up a CTA on Thursday, whatever, and you use ManyChat for your stories, ManyChat will tell you how many people responded to that story. Now,
Right.
the reason that piece of data is super important is because over the course of the next 4 weeks, I want you to be diverse with how you're doing those asks. So one, I want you to post a super dramatic transformation, like the most dramatic one that you have, and then say something like, I'm looking for 2 women that want to get results like this. And
Right.
that just DM results. And the next one, let's do like a case study. And then the one
Yeah.
after that, it's like you know what I mean? So like, and then we can track which one performs the best. And then based
Mhm.
on what performs the best, then we know what our go-to CTA is. Does that make sense?
That makes perfect sense. I do find I think, like, having a transformation does better than just, like, a picture with me saying, like,
Agreed.
in the gym or whatever, right?
Agreed. I agree. And it's so like a lot of people, even mastermind students do this as well. And it's just because, monkey see, monkey do. They see my story and they see when I post like, just a jack photo of me. And then I'm like, I'm looking for 5 personal trainers that want this result. But the context of that is like the trainers that are on my social media have seen all the fucking proof because I'm blasting it in their face all the time. So I don't necessarily need to do that on that story because I know for a fact they've already seen it. So for fitness specifically, visual will always perform better than any sort of
Mhm.
static photo, period. Especially because I believe your avatar is women, correct?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So the fact that your avatar is women, photos of you will do probably the least good because the photos of you do not demonstrate what the result that you're trying to get for your clients. And
Right.
so the reason that people would reach out from a call to action is because they want to get a specific result that you're advertising. And so when you're
Mhm.
doing your call to actions, everybody writes this in the chat, advertise the result that you're selling. I want you to advertise the result that you're selling. So that's the purpose of the Sunday CTA. So I think
Mm,
just that micro shift in advertising the result will lead to more qualified inbounds. So that'd be the first thing. Because if you're getting 1,500 story views, bro, there's definitely some people that would be turbo interested in working with you.
yeah, so, like, when you're trying to do, like, the story trick and, like, you can only have 1 on there, like, 1 photo, obviously, right?
Yeah.
So, that's fine, but sometimes I even notice, like, putting 2 to 3, like a picture, then, like a video or, like, them talking about it, then the CTA, less views, but sometimes that's actually worked better. So, like, maybe just switching it up, kinda going back and forth a little bit.
So I do both. Thank you for asking that. I do both. So when I say I do both, what I'll do, Jesse, is I'll let that picture sit for like 12 hours. It'll climb, whatever views. And then 12 hours later, I'll be like, I want to share with you guys one of my clients, Jesse, who's in my coaching program, implemented some of the feedback I gave him, had a $28,000 a month. Let's check out his story. By the way, if you want to send me a video, I'll post it. And then it's just you talking about your story. That wasn't a plug for a video. I was just joking. It's just you talking about your story. And then I do another CT after that. If you're interested in getting results like Jesse, DM me 10K. So
Right.
like I usually do that every week. Or and again, we can test this. So we'll try that once this week. And then next week, we'll try let the story sit. And then after the story sits, what we do is we post like 5 or 6 transformations back to back to back to back to back to back to back once the story views have
Right.
climbed.
Right.
And then it's DM me for info. So now
Yep.
that you've got the audience, now we need to play around with the marketing angle to see what people respond to. And really, that's what great marketing is. It's taking the same information and packaging it in different ways.
Yeah. Nope,
Yeah.
that makes sense, and I think, that yeah, that kind of is that a good idea? The last question here, just quickly, boosting posts instead
Yeah.
of doing, like, ads, and I've looked into ads a little bit, like, when I was in the mastermind, I haven't activated them or anything like that, so,
Can I be honest?
is that
My most successful mastermind students, that's what they're doing,
is what?
boosting posts.
Just boosting?
Yeah, there's exceptions to that rule. Like I
Yeah.
think there's certain levels to the game. So Lauren Hickey and Dylan in the Millionaire Mastermind,
Mhm.
they do direct to DM ads. Like we taught them how to do direct DM ads. They do
Yeah.
them, and that's why they had $137,000 a month. But they're like testing like 2 or 3 ads a week. They're paying attention to
Right.
that ad manager. They're
Yeah.
like they're spending 15 grand a month on ads to get that return. So they're heavily invested in that. A way that you can dip your foot in the ads game without actually fully committing to it is boosting posts.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a good way of spending it. That's my question also,
Yeah.
because I do have some extra, and then I eventually wanna get back in the mastermind, so we good
Yeah,
to go,
dude.
but
The $28,000 a month, you're well on the way, brother. So that's amazing.
yeah.
Last thing I'll say, and I think this is important, is I want you to take a look, Jesse, at some of the conversations that your VAs are having. Now, it's really hard
Mhm.
to audit all the conversations. And so here's what I do, Jesse, is I'll go to the applications that I've gotten. And then so
Yeah.
you can go back to the applications in the last month and then just audit those conversations. Go to their Instagram handle, read the whole conversation and see how people are being talked to. because with the amount of traffic that's happening on your social media, yes, it might be a marketing angle issue, but I think it's also like what's being said in the DMs. So if I were you, I'd take a
Yeah.
look at that. And you're making $28,000 a month, you definitely know how to DM. So sometimes it's just being able to translate that skill into other people. And so the way that you translate that skill is you'd identify what was wrong, and then you'd have a meeting with the person, you tell them what was wrong, you tell them how to fix it, you role play how to fix it, and then
Yeah.
you send them on their way.
And I don't think it's her fault. It's just the fact that there's not a lot of opportunities, like people reaching out specifically, like responding to CTA. So it's us trying to generate the book calls, which is harder. Like even I have a tough time with that. So
Yeah.
it's like still possible, but
Yeah. Cool.
so
So 5 calls a week would be the minimum. So let's play around with the marketing angle. Come back to me in 2 weeks. Once we have a couple pieces of data. If you want to come back next week, you're more than welcome. But I'd definitely like to see you in 2 weeks, and then we can have a chat about it.
awesome. Thank you very much.
Okay, bro. Talk soon.
Perfect.
Peace.
Right.
All right. That was a good first fucking, that was vibing. We're vibing now. All right. We're off to a good start. Thanks for the great questions, Jesse. Mr. Mike, what's up, brother?
How you doing, Brian?
I'm having the best day of my life. How are you?
I'm doing good. So I asked this question to Janelle yesterday, but I think she confused me more than helped me. I got a 14-day challenge right now. I am booking phone calls a week in advance.
Yep.
Time slots that I have open for people during the day. Obviously, it's slim because obviously I'm trying to keep my workflow strict.
Yep.
And with that, I have phone calls, people booking like next Tuesday.
Yep.
Obviously, you want to be booking phone calls within 48 hours.
Great.
But like obviously a 14-day challenge or any challenge, she said we want to open up our calendar fully. But my question to you is, how do we go by doing this and still doing like our non-negotiables and moving the needle forward?
Yep. So that's a great fucking question. I'm glad you asked. So I like to view this, Mike, as there's seasons in the business, right? And so when I have seasons in the business, aka whether that be a 4-day challenge, a 14-day challenge, whatever, that challenge becomes my top priority because I have a question to ask you before I answer your question. Why are you doing the 14-day challenge?
Bringing more leads
Bringing more leads, but that's not the end purpose. What's the end goal of bringing in more leads?
to convert them.
Boom. So that needs to be the top priority for the next couple weeks. And then the non-negotiables that you typically do on a day-to-day basis, because I know you're extremely disciplined and extremely diligent and that you never miss on your non-negotiables, but you just need to create like a micro schedule for a season. Like when you're in the season of 14-day challenge, I would be taking as many calls as you possibly could. I agree with you now. And then what I would do if I were you is I would look at your non-negotiables and ask yourself, which of these are the least important? Because they're all important. That's why they're non-negotiables. What are the least important? And then I would either cut down or eliminate on that for the next 7 days so that you can convert as many clients as possible. And then when your schedule regulates again, you can get back to your non-negotiables. That's my interpretation. And that's what I would do.
So I had a girl that booked a call with me that wasn't from my challenge, and she booked next Tuesday because that was the only day that was available for her and me.
Yep.
Now, obviously, with her not a 14-day challenge prospect, and let's just say I don't have a challenge going on right now, and like Monday to Friday, I have a couple time slots during the day and then a few at night, and then weekends are available. Now,
Yep.
if I have, let's say, like I changed my calendar link to 48 hours and there's only like 2 time slots available or 3, and it doesn't work with the individual, how do we go? Like, I used to just book a phone call. Hey, here's my link. And while they're opening up the link, I clear my whole schedule within that whole day, making sure I book that phone call within the day. But then I find my schedule, my workflow is just out of whack.
Totally. I get it. So I'll tell you what my rule is, Mike. So 48 hours is ideal.
Yep.
Not realistic though for everybody. So my Calendly is scheduled to 3 rolling days. So I schedule for 3 rolling days. And so the first option when somebody wants to book a call with me is I send them my calendar link and I'm like, go ahead and book in. Spots always fill up quick, blah, blah, blah. And then if they get back to me and they're like, Brian, I can't make any of those times. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, what day works best for you? They're like, I can do Saturday. I'm like, okay, sweet. What are you like a morning person or an afternoon person? I've got 9 a.m. or 3 p.m. available. Which works better? Like 3 p.m. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna send you an invite. What's your number? So like I'll manually book it in that case. But for the most part, as an overall generalized rule, like I wouldn't have your Calendly open for more than 3 rolling days because any more than that, and they're gonna lose the emotion that they initially reached out for. Like the reason that person booked a call is because they're feeling some sort of way. And so if you lose that emotion when they show up to the call will be less effective and they're less likely to show up to the call itself.
I understand that 100%. And that definitely helps. Now, with you saying that you're adding people like individually, if the 3 days don't work with them, they say Saturday at 2 p.m., are you just like getting their email and their phone number and you put it in, or you get okay?
Yep. So what I'll do, so like if I manually book it, I'm like, cool, what's your email? Your phone number. Just send me your email and phone number. They send me their email and phone number. I manually book them in. Like if you want to add them in a Calendly, you can. What I usually do is I just add them to a Google Calendar invite. And then I'm like, I
Yep.
just sent you an invite. And then the day before I send them a video, like, what's going on? I'm so excited for our call, blah, blah, blah.
Now, by doing that, and while I send the calendar the link, when I send the link, obviously there's a few questions to fill out to help me, obviously, to see if I want to come up with an excuse. When
Yep.
you do it individually, you only have questions.
Yep. That's true. That's true. So I think at that point, you'd have to use your awareness. Is this somebody that is like ready to take action? Typically we know based on the conversation, like you've been doing this for a long enough time, somebody's like fucking around, So
Yep.
if somebody's fucking around, I might not manually book the call. I might be like, okay, cool, let's connect, later on this week. But for the most part, like if they're in the DM conversation with you, it's likely that like that's like a 10% of time thing where they're fucking around and wasting time. So I would just book the call and I wouldn't worry about it.
All right, that definitely helps. Thank you. That clarifies a lot.
Cool. Anything else that you need from me?
That is it, man.
Okay, sweet. I hope you have the best day of your entire life.
You too.
Bye-bye. What's up, Kayla?
I was just gonna say, great fucking job to Mike, because it's been super cool to watch you like grow on here. And just lately you've been like absolutely smashing it. Like you're constantly like all of these like new clients. So anyway, super stoked for you, but super cool to see. Also, I just want to start off with some gratitude as my win today. So I get so fucking nervous getting on here. I don't get nervous at like anything but on here. Holy shit. Like my voice gets shaky. It's might throw up, pass out. I don't know. But I just have so much fucking appreciation for PT Dom. I'm like a completely different person and it's so crazy. And I'm always like in the background, like I don't really say much or like post a lot or anything. But like financially, like alone is like fucking wild. And I'll throw out some numbers. So when I started with you guys last June of 23, I was making like 1 to 2K a month.
Yeah.
And it was like just a side gig. I wasn't sure if I like really wanted to do this full time or whatever. And then I made 10K within 5 months, which was like fucking wild to me. Last year I made 42K like a year. And then this year I've already made 68K. And I'm gonna I'm gonna make 6 figures this year. And to me, like growing up, like my mom right now is making like 48K a year, And so it's like, holy shit, like it's just wild. And but also my mindset is so different in so many ways. Like I feel like I used to be such a small person, if that makes sense. Like I was afraid to take up space or like be myself. And through like PT Dom, like, it's crazy. I feel so much more like powerful in the community. And also the events are like I've only been to one so far. After going to that one, I'm like, I'm gonna be like Kenny. I'm like never gonna fucking miss an event again. Cause yeah, they're the shit. And it's super cool to just be there with your people and like everyone gets it. And it's super cool. So
that was fucking, give some love to Kayla in the chat. That's fucking dope. I love that. Thank you for that. That made my entire day. I appreciate you.
Yeah, of course. And I do have a question, which ironically is about mindset. And the mindset, I'm so curious, like, how do you deal with this sounds bad, but like giving so much? Like you give so much on your platforms and you're like, what do you and Cole do where you have people, I can't think of it now. You had one last night, a masterclass or where you just like give free information. Because I just ran a 14-day challenge and like my mindset was shit. Like it was trash. I think because I had a lot of like repeat people and it just felt like a lot of like tire kickers in there. Like I had 22 and like 14 of them had, they're either like trying to win a giveaway or they're in a previous 14-day or whatever. And I was just like annoyed. And then I could like feel some resentment, like, setting in. So I don't know. I'm just curious what your input is on that.
Yeah. So that's such a great question. And I always, I'm do you have a faith? Do you have like a belief in a higher power or something like that?
I do.
Okay. So I'm a big believer in a higher power. I'm a big believer that there's like a universal intelligence kind of looking out for me. And so I know for a fact that if I just give selflessly as much as I possibly can all day, every day, that I'm going to be taken care of. So I truly do, like, I never really count the return on investment that I get from each podcast. Like it's hard to measure what the ROI of me sitting here for an hour and a half with my clients is. Like I can't measure that, but I'm happy to do it because I know that the more that I give, the more that I get. And so I just give as much as I possibly can. And I do my very best not to expect anything in return. And I'm not perfect. I'm a human. And sometimes I get fucking annoyed too. Like sometimes I'll get on 10 calls back to back to back and 9 of them say no. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on? But I do my best to try to come from a place of like, I want to give you as much value as possible so that even if you don't take action right now, that's totally cool. Like the people that came to that masterclass, they fucking know Cole and I are the shit. And they know that when they're ready, they're going to come to us. So whether or not they took action on the masterclass is irrelevant because I just positioned myself as an authority. And when they're ready, they'll come. So I just have faith, dude. Like I just have faith that if I just show up with really good intentions and I show up to give lots of value and I give as much as I possibly can every single day, and I'm showing up as my very best, that good things will happen to me. That's my belief.
Yeah. So just sowing the seeds.
Sowing seeds. I view it as sowing seeds. And there are times, by the way, that I give so much that I almost like overgive and I'm not giving to myself. So I balance it between like I'm giving to other people and I'm like expressing as much energy as I can into you. And then there are times where I'm like, I recognize that I don't have anything else to give. And maybe you grinded your ass off and you didn't get a return and you feel that like lack of energy. Then I'll just retreat a little bit and I'll give to myself. And giving to myself looks different. Like giving to myself is like going for a haircut. Giving to myself is like driving around in my car and like listening to music. Giving to myself is whatever fills my cup up. So sometimes I'm just like, most of the time I'm like giving to others, but like I also balance that out with like giving to self. Like the first 2 hours of my day every day are for me. I wake up at 4:00 and from 4:00 to 6:00, like that's Brian time.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Cool. Is that helpful?
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Awesome. And dude, congratulations on all of your success so far this year and last year. And this is going to be 6 figures for you. And I'm super excited to see you at the event.
Thank you.
Have the best day ever. Bye, Kayla. I love that. That was like a shameless plug for the event. If you guys haven't come to the event yet, now you fucking know, okay? Don't miss it. Don't miss it. They're fucking dope. Like Sammy, flying from all the way from Australia. Australian Sammy. What's up?
Hey, Brian. Yeah, I'm so excited for the event. After like the clean health event where I just got to meet Cole and Josh, it was like, that was sick. So I'm like, okay, if I like was amazed by that, and obviously meeting everyone is going to be next level.
Mm-hmm. We got a community full of Joshes and Coles and Brians. It's great.
Yeah. Except they kept making jokes about like how Australians are very like kind of more chill and you guys are a lot louder. And so I was like, oh God, it's gonna be very intense.
It is
gonna have to do
intense,
a lot of like
don't worry though. It's gonna be a breakthrough. It's gonna be good. We like leaving our comfort zone.
Yeah. No, definitely. I'm gonna just need to do a lot of like mental prep work for it, but it's fine.
I love it.
Okay. So, cool. Actually, a really, really cool win that I have is I was just reading some messages and someone in my DMs just told me that they just love my content at the moment and they just say that it's really genuine and relatable and refreshing. And I was just like, oh, it was just so nice to hear that. Yeah, because it was not like I'm viral or anything. So it was just super nice to hear that, which was cool.
That's really cool.
Yeah, so that was a cool win. And then my question is, so on content audits this week, when Cole was going through and looking at my profile, he asked about my I help statement and was like, what does this mean? And then I kind of went to feel like, ah, shit, got to try and explain it. And as I tried to explain it, he was kind of like, if you can't quickly explain it, and if that, like, it doesn't easily make sense what you do and then relate to all the content that you put up, like, there's a bit of a disconnect. And so now I'm like, okay, maybe I need to rethink it, maybe simplify it. I'm not too sure, but I was hoping that maybe you could help me brainstorm a tiny little bit. I've started to write down some notes of like trying to break it down. But would you mind reading it and then?
Yeah, I was going to say, can you tell me what it is?
Yes, I can.
Tell me.
Just give me 2 seconds. I've got it here. So at the moment, it's I help women regain their confidence by living stronger and toning up without restrictive diets.
I help women regain their confidence. Sorry, what else is in there?
That's okay. By regaining their confidence by living stronger and toning up without restrictive diets. Now, I've got stronger in there because my like brand name is Project Live Strong, because I like try and preach that I want people to live stronger, like mentally, physically, in their whole life kind of aspect. So, like transform your life sort of thing. Toning up because it was like the quickest way to say build muscle and lose fat, even though I hate the word toning up. It was just, I wasn't sure how else to say it. And restrictive diet because I teach like flexible dieting.
I'm just
But
trying.
I do understand that it's like, I understand it, but I don't think other people would.
What about I build strong, confident, toned women?
Wait. Yeah, shit. That's just so much easier, isn't it?
I build strong, confident, toned women. That sounds fucking clean.
Yeah. And then I guess that it's easy to, so don't even worry about the restrictive dieting kind of aspect.
Well, yeah, because
I
like
guess that relates in my content.
that'll come in through content. It's like I want to show you guys. Were you on the masterclass yesterday?
Yes, I was.
So you saw me give the Heather example.
Yes, I
So
did. I was
so
also
she
then looking at her content.
so she does like the hourglass coach, right? So that's the blanket statement that she
Mm.
makes, and then her content supports that. And obviously, her theories around nutrition are basically going to be in her content, but like the whole premise of the page is hourglass figures. So everything on the page is going to be around hourglass figures. So it's the same thing for you. Like you don't have to like, as an example, like for me, I help online fitness coaches get to $10,000 a month without using paid ads, but I don't put that in my bio because it's an irrelevant detail, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I also could put like, I help online fitness coaches make $10,000 a month without using paid ads, a funnel, or a fancy website, right? But I want to make it as simple as possible. And then all my content can say what I want to say that supports my opening statement. So I can make a piece of content that's like, if your business coach told you that you need to build a funnel to make money, he's a dumbass. And that, I can put that in my content. That doesn't need to go in my bio because it's still like that piece of content is still supporting the main message that's in my profile. So I think if you can make your profile statement bold, clear, and direct, and then your content can support that, I think you don't need to put every single aspect of what you do in that tagline.
Okay, beautiful. That makes absolute sense. Now I have two like side points to that that I've written down as things that I was thinking about. So whether I should play on this as well is because I am a competitor, and so obviously my whole thing is like I'm building a bikini body. I don't know if I should include anything like that or just keep it to like toned and not worry about like kind of aspect of things.
I'll tell you why. How many competitor clients do you have?
2,
How many lifestyle clients do you have?
33,
Exactly.
31, something like
Exactly.
that. Yeah. Okay.
So you can still posting your bikini journey is still supporting the opening statement, correct? Because you are demonstrating the
Yeah.
opening statement. You're demonstrating being confident, strong, toned. So like you posting your bikini updates are completely relevant to the statement that you're making, but I would not put in my bio bikini competitor, national champ, blah, 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 blah. Like I think it's a completely irrelevant detail unless you're targeting competitors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, not yet. Not yet, at least. This
Not
is
yet.
my first time having competitors, so I
Yeah.
don't want to.
And I'm telling you, when
yet.
I was an online fitness coach, I loved coaching competitors. It's just the funnest when you compete and you coach competitors and you watch them step on stage. It's the best. But what I found is that competitors are broke, number one. And number two, 90% of competitors want, Leo's laughing because he knows it's true. 90% of competitors want to hire you for the show. And then as soon as the off season comes, they're like, I'm good. Like off seasons are all the work,
Yeah.
motherfucker. But so it's like competitors is very fucking up and down, up and down, up and down. The
Yeah.
exceptions to the rule is like when you become exceptional and you're in a top 10 percentile and then people seek you out like Don Lamb. But for the most part, like you're going to make most of your money from lifestyle clients. So that's what I would direct all my content and all my messaging at.
Yeah, beautiful. No, yeah, that makes sense for sure. And that's the thing. I was like, that's why I only have a couple because I'm like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna like it or how it's gonna go. So I've only just been like testing the waters.
Yep.
Kind of thing. All right, beautiful. I just have one super quick question. I just want to clarify the Patty list, like the story trick. So because I need to do it this weekend. So you delete Sunday night and just leave it and then post a story Monday morning.
So I'm going to give the full context. So the Patty Lifts engagement trick is something that we learned from Patty Lifts, who's a $1 million mastermind coach. He's making $275,000 a month. He's a fucking G. What he taught us is that if you have only one Instagram story up and that Instagram story is getting replied to, what happens is it tells the algorithm that that is a valuable story and it pushes it out to more people. And so what you need to do is you need to create a space where there's only one Instagram story up so that people can reply to it. And my definition of reply to it, initially, Patty Lift showed us this with the voting poll. But then what I found is that this also works when people DM you. And so if you have a super controversial thing up and then people DM you because of it, it has the same effect, not even controversial or a CTA or something. It has the same effect as the voting poll. So what you want to do is, yes, on Sunday, you want to delete all your Instagram stories. This is how I do it. Sunday night around 6 p.m., I delete all of my Instagram stories. I put up one story and there's two options. I can either get people to DM me or vote on a poll. I usually choose DM because my audience, like I have a lot of fucking people in my audience. And if I do a voting poll, there'll be 1,000 people that vote on that poll. And then I have to manually send 1,000 messages, and it's fucking annoying. So I would prefer to get people to DM me, because even though I get less people DM me, they're more qualified because they reached out. For you, Sammy, what I would do is I put up a poll on Sunday with like a before and after that says something like, you could even put like, do you want results like this? Do you want to lose 10 pounds in 30 days like my client Sarah did? Hell yes, I do. Maybe I'm interested. No, I'm not interested. Or like, bullshit, this transformation isn't real. Like having like 4 options and having one that's controversial so that even people that don't like the story can vote on it. Then I would leave that story up until the next morning. After you leave it for like 12 to 16 hours, it's going to have a lot higher of a story count view. After that, what I would do is I would post a bunch of social proof. So then I'd go, you can either post a testimonial video, like I talked to Jesse about, or you could post like back to back to back social proof. And then it's like, if you want results like this, send me a DM. Does that make sense?
Gotcha. Yeah. So you delete them, and then like straight after you do that one story, not the next morning.
Yeah. So delete all of them. And then once there's 0 posts on your Instagram story, then post your poll.
And do it. Yeah, that's where I got confused. I thought it meant like do it the next day, because I'm going to do it as like it's something's coming as well. And then on Wednesdays when I'm actually doing my giveaway.
Oh, that's post. Cool. I like that.
Yeah.
So you could put like,
or should I save it and do that on Wednesday?
I think you could do a call to action on Sunday and do it on Wednesday. So like, I think here's what you could do is on Wednesday, you could post something's coming, ... who likes winning stuff. And then it's just like you going like this. And then it's like, me, I like winning stuff, or like, I don't like winning stuff, or like, what is it? Like with like an eyes open emoji. And then people vote on that thing, and that gets higher story views. And then the next day you launch your giveaway on your stories.
Oh, okay. I like that.
Yep.
All right. I'm just writing that down. Sick. I'm going to do that. This dry spell July needs to go away. So I need to sign some people this week.
Well, the dry spell July, but correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe you had a record-breaking month.
I did.
Thank you. Muting. Thank you. That's what I thought. Bye-bye. Dry spell July, my ass. What's up, D?
What's good? What's good? How we doing, man?
I'm doing absolutely fantastic, brother. How are you?
Fuck yeah. Best day of my life, bro. No complaints.
Bro, you're looking juicy, Jack. You staying on your macros? You're staying on your shit?
Dude, I'm taking this Cabo challenge serious, man. Taking it serious. I'll be cutting up, decided to go on a cut, and I'm down 8 pounds since we all started.
Yeah, you look nuts, bro. You look fucking crazy.
Appreciate it.
I gotta step my game up, bro.
So my first question is, since you just got done talking about CTAs and all that, I've been noticing that, well, I want to maximize the amount of leads that I can get coming in. So right now, my current CTA schedule is Mondays is the hard CTA, 5 guys. Thursday is the ebook. Wednesday is all my transformations on my story, and then how to vote for if they want to work with me or not. And that's pretty much it. And I'm getting a couple people reach out, mainly from the hard CTAs that I do on Monday. But in terms of like the other CTAs, I'm not really getting anybody else. I also will say that my YouTube, whenever I do post a hard CTA, that does get a lot of hand votes on it, but they don't end up coming over to my Instagram. And I don't know if that's a packaging problem or what.
So you're saying that your other CTAs aren't effective, other than your hard CTAs, they're not effective. Is that correct?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. So I want you to get into the minds of your prospects. Ask yourself what they would want, because if your CTAs aren't effective, all that means to me is that what you're offering them isn't valuable. So how do we create something that they want? And I'm going to give you an example of what I mean. I want to demonstrate this. So this is Trent's example. The first 15 people that DM me get a cookbook, blah, blah, blah. When I do CTAs, for some reason, and I don't know why, you guys are the audience, I just respond. For some reason, you guys absolutely love when I do ChatGPT prompts. So this steals these 5 ChatGPT prompts to turn you into a social media genius. This has fucking how many comments? 707 comments. And then attached to this CTA, I send this person a message with the prompts. And then I attached, P.S. I'm looking for 5 online fitness coaches that want to generate an extra $10,000 in revenue. Reply to this message with 10K. And I would say I book more calls and I sell more clients off of these than I do off my hard CTAs. So I try to get into the minds of my prospects and I ask myself what they want. So this is another example using a 14-day challenge to collect $5,000. So I'm like, comment challenge, and I'll send you the full blueprint. I get all these people at comment challenge. As soon as they comment challenge, it sends them a message, and it's the same thing. P.S. If you'd like some help implementing this in your coaching business, reply to this message with more clients. So if we go to your page, I've audited your fucking content 100 times. I still don't remember your Instagram. Damn it.
It's DJIMON.
Thank you. There we go. I'm like, and I followed you. I already did this because you already gave me shit. Oh, I gave myself shit for not following you. Okay, whatever. We're not talking about that. So I want to go to your reels. Do you have a CTA in here, bro?
That one must be 18 and up.
Which one?
That one right there. That one right there must be 18 and up.
Oh.
To lose 15 to 30 pounds in the next 30 days. And if that's you, comment me down below and let's get it.
So I like it. What I want you to do is I want you to experiment with some transition videos. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, like workouts and shit.
No, transition videos would be like, have you seen the videos where there's like a bull fucking running across the screen and the man gets rushed across
Oh,
the
yeah, I know.
screen?
Yeah.
If I'm going to do a direct CTA like that on my newsfeed, it has to capture their attention because that CTA is boring. So you need to capture their attention, right? So what I would do is I would look on social media, and I'll show you some examples. And when I do it, you can steal mine. I haven't been doing them as much recently because those ChatGPT prompt CTAs have been fucking crushing. But I'm going to show you one that David Getz recently did. He's in the $1 Million Mastermind.
Figuring out how to lose fat, a pain in the ass? Let me help you get started. I'll help you figure out your calories and macros, a training program to build and retain muscle, hold you accountable to your goals, and deliver an amazing service. Comment the word "get lean" and I'll reach out to see if I can help.
Boom, right? So that is significantly more entertaining than your video, which is why I perform better. So you can steal that idea and then implement it into your content. So I want you to go scrolling on social media, find a couple of transition videos and see if you can steal them. Does anybody have any transition videos that they might be able to send to the 10K Mastermind chat? If you do, say me. If not, I'll see if I can go find some, and then I can send some to the chat. So Ronnie has one. Perfect. Ronnie has a ton. There we go. New client, Ronnie, coming in clutch. So yeah, we'll get CapCut has a bunch too. I got you. Perfect. I think I do too. Perfect. Anybody that said yes, if you guys can send some examples to the 10K Mastermind chat, that would be dope. That's what I would experiment with in terms of your hard CTAs, is being more entertaining in them. Now let's go back to I want to go back to your newsfeed because I want to help you get more leads. What's this?
So do you prefer a dad bod or a guy that naked is not going to help you look good naked, especially if you're trying to lose that spirit. Naked.
Why is there two captions on the video?
The first one is the title, so that when I, post it up there, the cover shows the hook.
Yeah, so that I like that. But then if that's the case, then the title needs to cover the font on the video. Like so.
As a man, it's my responsibility to buy the house, and she turns it into a home. Now, don't
get it?
Okay.
So right now, this just looks messy.
Naked is not.
Which is why people don't respond to it. Because if you lose people in those first 3 seconds, bro, they're done. They're out. So I want to see some of your other content. I want to see some more energy in your content. I want you to bring and this might be you just being yourself. And I get that, but give me some fucking juice, bro. Okay. Give me some fucking juice.
Here goes 3 tips.
Same thing here, right? Your videos, all of them will perform better if you fix that one mistake.
Here goes 3 tips.
Let's see. I want to find one that fucking popped. Give me one sec. I like that. I would do this video again, but I'd start with you as Skinny Boy D.
All right, cool.
I would also post the before and after of Skinny Boy D next to Jack Boy D.
All right, bet.
Do you prefer a dad bod or a guy that goes to the gym and is lean and toned?
Guy that goes to the gym and is lean and toned.
Why is that?
I'm an athlete. It's just something that
you need to do that series more. That video.
Dude, I have one video that popped off.
That's 6,000 views, 3,000 views. That needs to be you need to be doing 3 of those a week. 6,000 views.
I had one that popped off, and I'm not sure where it's in at now. Last time I checked, it was like 120K views, but it got me a couple good leads from it.
Do you use the word dad bod in your content? Because you do here.
Yeah, like in those videos.
Hey, you do here.
So do you prefer a guy that goes to the gym or a guy who has a dad bod?
Honestly, no, I don't. I've been using the word spare tire more recently just because I've been hearing that more from my avatar.
Let's try spare tire. Let's also try dad bod.
Like in the interviews or just in
Like,
general?
no, in fucking in general, in some of your other videos.
Here goes 3 tips to do the basics better. Take longer.
So again, I'm gonna fuck you up. Okay, you've been to 101 of my podchats. What do better? Don't do videos or how-to videos?
Don't do.
So what the fuck is this?
Here goes 3 tips to do the basics better.
Honestly, I saw somebody else do that,
Fuck,
and
I
this shit
fuck
popped
what
up.
other people are doing. Fuck them in the face. Okay. You
Fair
know
enough.
that don't do videos, always do better than how-to videos.
Here goes
Here are the 3 worst mistakes that you're making in the gym that are ruining your gains.
All right, cool.
That's better. 3 exercises you're missing. But talk to the camera. Or do a
That's
voiceover.
the same.
Saying what we standing on, big.
Do a voiceover. And
Okay.
make this like flex like 1 second, because I know that you got juicy biceps. I can see that through the fucking Zoom call, but your audience does not give a shit. So you basically want to
Okay.
demonstrate I got fucking juicy biceps and then give them value, right?
Bet.
So it's like, here's the funny thing. You guys want to hear something funny? I thought when I got a Lambo, everyone was gonna be like, holy fuck, you got a Lambo. That's so sick. It's gonna be in my videos. Nobody gave a fuck, dude. Okay, so I don't even film videos in front of Lambo anymore, because the videos that I do in front of Lambo fucking do dog shit. So we think that it's good to flex. People don't care. So you got to make the video about them. Now, I want you to play around this week when you film, bro. I want you to play around, and I want you to go to Trent. So Trent is a really good example of this. He does, let's see, I want to find one of his videos.
If you have belly fat and you love shopping at Trader Joe's, this is the exact grocery haul you need to grab if you want to tone up for good. Berry, broccoli, apple, sparkling water, sweet potatoes. Grab them from the back. Russet potatoes. You got to get the bananas, non-fat Greek yogurt, organic pasture-raised brown eggs, and cage-free egg whites, lean ground beef, organic chicken breast, wild-caught salmon, grass-fed steak, popcorn for your late-night snack. If you want my full Trader Joe's list, just comment list and I'll send it over for free.
Look how many fucking comments I got.
If you
I
have
can't.
belly fat,
I can't see because I don't own the account, but there's fucking hundreds of comments. So let's play around with that. So let's also play around with other things your avatar might want, like ab routine to see your shredded 6-pack, right?
Okay.
Or arm routine to get massive arms. And then let's put that in our stories so that when people reply to our stories, because right now, what are you giving away for your Thursday CTA?
It's a diet ebook.
Is it just called diet ebook?
No. It's I don't even have it. I don't. What's
you don't have a name?
Well, I don't use the name.
This guy doesn't
in the
have a
video.
fucking name, and he's wondering why nobody's reaching out. Hey,
no.
Hey, D,
recorrect,
bro,
recorrect.
I got a book. You want it? I got a book. I got a book. You want it? I got a book. You want it? I got a book. You want to know what it's about? Too fucking bad. I'm not telling you. You want it? Oh, you don't want it? That's weird.
Yeah.
Get it?
Okay. I would just put it in the videos, like comment me if you want my diet ebook. So
nobody gives a fuck about your diet ebook.
ebook.
It's like taking the same thing. So now take your diet ebook and you got to package it in a way that fucking your avatar wants. If you want to learn exactly how to get a 6-pack in the next 6 weeks, comment the word 6-pack and I'll send you a free ebook. Get it?
Yeah.
Absolutely. You got to tie it to the end result, brother. Tie it to the end result. People don't want your things. They want the result of getting your things. People don't want to pay me money for business coaching. They want to make $10,000 a month. So if I would go on my Instagram stories and I'm like, hey, I've got a business coaching program and you guys could pay me. So send me a DM and I'll fucking send you over the details. Nobody's going to be like, okay. But I'm like, yo, if you want to make $10,000 a month as an online coach in the next 6 months, send me a DM that says 10K and I'll help you do that. And they're like, okay, I want that. Make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. Can I ask one last quick question?
Yes. Was that helpful? I hope that shifted your marketing a bit.
Bro, 100%. I got recording content tomorrow, so I'm hyped for that now.
Okay, cool.
So my last question is, I really want to be able to, I've been able to take my retention from like 2 to 3 months to 6 months. Now I want to increase that even more to just like year, 2 years. And I've had some clients that have been with me for that long, but I want all clients to be like that. So currently what I'm doing is, and I kind of fell off with that, so I'm restarting that again this month, is I'm running a group challenge. I have a group message set up, but a lot of my clients now don't really use Facebook like that. So I'm trying it on Trainerize to see if that's going to be different. And then I go live every Monday. I have a coaching call with them every Thursday. And then every other Wednesday, I'll do a masterclass. And then I have some courses in there as well, too, just like on how to build up confidence and just other stuff that, I made in there for my avatar's pain points. Would you say that there's anything else I should do?
I'll tell you the reason why people stick around, and then you can create your program around it. Okay. Now, when people first hire you, they hire you for what? Typically, what are they hiring you for?
The transformation one, to lose weight,
Lose weight, get in shape, see their six pack, lose a spare tire, all those things. So when somebody achieves those results, what would keep somebody around after they've already achieved the results that they hired you for? It's not a trick question. I'm genuinely curious.
Me, like how I am with them as a coach, the community, and the service.
Write this down. Community and identity. Community and identity. Because yes, you are a part of that equation, but you're the one that creates the community, right? The reason that people stick around with PT domination for like 4, 5, 6 years is the community and the identity associated with being a part of PT domination. Like we're fucking top earners. We're top performers. We change lives. And when people are in our program, they feel better than when they're not in our program, which is why people will leave and then come back because they're like, fuck, I missed it. So it's community. So it's what you're creating in your community, and it's the identity that you're creating for your clients. Now, the identity that you're creating for your clients is really fucking important. Like helping them with their self-image, helping them feel and look their very best, helping them like get to the very best versions of themselves, whatever that looks like. And I think that every single one of us has like an individual perspective on like what a really positive, optimistic outlook on life looks like. And I share what mine is in my community, and my clients resonate with it and they want to be a part of that. So it's like, here's the homework can be, okay? Because it's not like a simple answer. It requires depth. Is I want you to sit down and I want you to ask yourself what your 5 core values are. Your 5 core values. So what's the most important things to you in life? Integrity, self-responsibility, love, respect, whatever, right? Write down your top 5 core values. And if you're having a hard time, go to ChatGPT and say, give me a list of 50 core values, and then choose the top 5 that resonate with you the most, right? So core values. And then in your community, you live through those principles, and people will feel that in your community and they will want to stick around. Like you guys have been with me and Cole for long enough to know that we have integrity. Yes or no? So you guys know that when you guys have an issue, you know that Cole and I are going to be there. And that sense of security and safety comes from our integrity. You guys also know that we're super honest. If we've ever had to let a coach go or we've ever had some issues with people, we just fucking tell you guys. We don't hold anything back. So we're super honest. So like our core values is what keeps people around. So it's less about like what sort of training or sorry, what sort of client, things can you do? It's more about what core values are you delivering to your community and how are you showing up as a leader, which creates the community and the container where people feel safe. And it also creates an identity associated with that community because they want to stick around because they get more from the community, and also they want to stay associated with that identity. Make sense?
Yeah.
Cool.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right, bro. Much love.
Absolutely.
Peace. Kayla Williams, now it's your turn.
I was hoping that you got me at the start of the call because I'm at the gym now.
Oh, no.
So hopefully you can hear me okay. I just wanted to say before I get into it, I will celebrate some wins, but I have to say that Spotify podcast that you did with Kirsten resonated very much with me with the signs and trusting your gut. I fucking love Kirsten, honestly. But yeah, for a while I've been like still doing a little bit of CRT just for some extra cash flow. And I've been hating it. And it was just like, there's been a few things that have come up throughout the week that have really made me go, fuck that. My gut is literally telling me just fucking stop doing it and just go all in. So I'm wrapping up something that I committed to at the school, but it finishes this week. So 1 day left and I'm not going back. Like I'm finally not going back.
I love that.
That's my win. And so basically the question that I have for today, I am currently running a 6-week program. I've always run 10-week programs. I actually had a group coaching call with my clients and I said to them, hey, is 6 weeks too short? Do you feel like you would prefer an 8 or a 10-week program? I've just realized I'm answering my own question. And so they said 8 to 10. So basically the next question is I've trialed 6, I've done 10. My next program should probably be an 8-week program to kind of test all 3, see which one works best. And then whatever one works best, go with that moving forward.
Yep. I also this is the thing. I'm a big believer in I might ask my clients for an opinion if I need it, but at the end of the day, you're the coach, you know the answer. So I would look at the data and the data says do these clients get an amazing transformation in the 6 weeks, or are they slacking? Do they need a little bit more time, or are they finally hitting their stride on the 6-week mark and then we end it? Maybe we should make it 8 weeks, or maybe, you know what I mean? So I would just pay attention to the data. I wouldn't
yeah.
I'm never going to go to my clients and ask them how long I want the coaching program to be. I'm fucking boss man. I decide how long the coaching program is.
Yeah, because obviously Yeah.
You
At
fit
the
into
end
my
of the
persona.
day, yeah. So at the same time, the gap between the crossover, because obviously the main goal of those programs is to then get them into one-on-one coaching. That's what my core pro service is.
Yep.
I want to be doing one-on-one, but these 6-week programs and stuff do make it more scalable, which is kind of also the point that I'm at now, where I need to figure out ways to scale it, because obviously I can't just keep taking on one-on-one clients. I'm pretty capped at the moment.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm thinking I run an 8-week program for the next one. Now that wraps up in 2 weeks. So I've got 2 weeks left of this current 6-week program.
Mhm.
And obviously I want to try and pitch some one-on-ones to these girls. I offered that, as in I said, reach out to me, book a call with me this week if you want to level up into one-on-one. So 4 weeks into obviously. And then I want to know how many weeks break or gap should I have between the one ending and the one starting, like the new launch for the 8-week program? Like, should I give myself 2 weeks? Should I pretty much go straight into it? Like, what's a good time frame to have between programs, do you think?
Well, 2 things. One, you're in the Millionaire Mastermind now. So I just want to remove the time constraint of like, you don't have enough time, because we can hire people to help you with that. So I just want to address that.
Yeah.
Second thing
Yeah.
is the answer to how much I would give yourself a week or 2 at least. And it all but it's also, it depends what season you're in, right? I would say minimum a week, but it
Yeah.
depends what season you're in. Like there are certain periods in my business where like I work 14 hours a day and I do that 6 days a week. And that's the season that I'm in. Now, you don't have to be in
Yeah.
that season, but it's like the answer is like, what season are you in? Like I would give yourself at least a week to not even just like recover, but just to set up the next challenge properly and give yourself a chance to convert some of these girls from 6 weeks into your high ticket program. But I would say a week. And then if you feel like you need an extra week just to catch your bearings, then I'd give yourself an extra week.
Okay, so yeah, 2 weeks is fine. Last time I did the masterclass, like the 4-day masterclass, I feel like that'll stress me out a little bit more. Do you think just don't even worry about the 4-day? So instead of doing a 4-day challenge, I do 4-day masterclasses, just kind of advertise the next 8-week program, and then that's it kind of thing.
So go into the mastermind instead of doing a 4-day masterclass, go into the Millionaire Mastermind and search up how to run a masterclass. Then you can run an individual.
Okay, and then just do like a one day masterclass.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Perfect.
Every program that you get into, like obviously when you first get started as an online coach, your goal is to, warm up as many prospects as possible, which is why we do 14-day challenges. Then as you guys get busier, like you guys are busy in the 10K mastermind, we still want to have lead generation strategies that bring in clients, but we want to shorten the amount of time it takes for those clients to warm up because we fucking busy, right? Which is why 4-day challenges is a really effective strategy to get your client base up. But again, when you get to a certain level, like you're at, you have 50 clients, 4-day challenges are actually more stressful than they are helpful. So then we need, in the Millionaire Mastermind, that's why we teach masterclasses, because that will shorten the time horizon on which you need to, warm up a lead.
Perfect. Okay, cool. And I have just started, I launched a podcast. The podcast is up and running. I actually did a coaching call. I did basically this. I did a Podchats, but with my clients last night.
Cool.
So it was a live Q&A. And so I just, tested out the podcast equipment and then recorded it. It's pretty good. I'm excited to see how that goes. But do you think, people in general that are into health and fitness, they will find a lot of value in me doing that? Like releasing one of those episodes every week?
Yes. Because your audience will want to hear from your clients. So get your clients to tell their stories.
Yes. I was even thinking to do some interviews, like get my clients over and actually interview them as well.
Yep. Be great.
Take my podcast in that direction.
Yeah. That'd be great for content.
All right. Yeah. Cool. Awesome. All right. I think that wraps up my questions for today. Thank you. Bye.
What's up, Mr. Logan? Logan Lifts. What's up, brother?
Hey, man. How's it going?
I'm having the best day of my life, bro. How are you?
Awesome, man. Yeah, I'm doing good. So I just have some basic questions just because I'm like so new. I just started my business like 5 months ago.
Yep.
And I'm just wondering, so I just did a 6-week challenge. Like I launched it on Monday and I had one person sign up and then I have a couple other people that are probably going to sign up. But how many times like this first week should I promote it? Because I was thinking I'd do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, like really promote it and then maybe dial back so it's not in the feed as much. What's your thoughts on that?
When are you launching it? Like when is this?
September 9th. Like it actually launches, but I was doing like they get eight weeks if they sign up now instead of the 6 weeks kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's right.
Yeah. So when does enrollment close?
Yeah, that's another thing I was going to ask you. Like, when should I close it? Should I give it a couple of weeks to really like push and try to get people in? Like,
yes. So I'll give you some basic frameworks to think through. So,
Okay.
and this obviously is your first time, so take everything I say with a grain of salt. And you're doing a good job because you're launching a 6-week challenge, you're taking action. So I personally don't like launching challenges more than 3 weeks out, just because of the people that take action, they're not really gonna do anything. And the reason that only one person's bought right now off you, Logan, is because there's not a big sense of urgency. Okay.
Yeah.
So what I would do if I were you is you can still create that sense of urgency. And the way that you're going to do that is by creating a deadline. And the deadline is the one that you decide. And so you decide. I would say that if the challenge starts on the 1st, is that what you said?
The 9th, September 9th.
So deadline is September 1st.
Okay.
So deadline is September 1st. And then you can start posting on your Instagram stories with a countdown timer. Now it creates a sense of urgency and scarcity, and people will want to take action before the countdown timer expires. So that's one way you can add urgency and scarcity to this marketing campaign. Another way you can add urgency and scarcity to this marketing campaign, every single person that purchases, I want you to go on your story and shout them out. Yo, what's up, guys? I just want to give a huge shout out to my boy Logan, who just enrolled in the 6-week challenge. Logan, I'm super proud of you, bro. We're absolutely gonna crush it. I'm super excited. Let's go. Like whatever. Fuck. And then do a story, and then have a picture of Logan, and then says, if you want to join the next 6-week challenge, DM me. I'm in, and I'll send you some info. And then again, there's a countdown timer on it. So a lot of urgency and scarcity. For the next couple of weeks, it would be, 3 times a week, I think is a good amount of time to advertise. And also in the last week, I'd be fucking hammering it every day. Out of curiosity, are you still signing clients for your high ticket offer? Like, are you still like taking on clients for your high ticket offer right now?
So yeah, the last few months have been really good. Like last month, I almost hit 10K before. So I signed up 2 weeks ago to this 10K Mastermind, almost hit 10K. And then this last period, I only made 3,500. So I've really hit a choke point with my social media. Like I just don't have enough. I'm not creating enough warm leads, I think. And I'm just not getting people reaching out. Like I have some people like say, hey, like your videos are valuable. Like thanks for the workout tips and stuff like that. But it's just not as I'm just not generating a lot of people right now because I also just don't know what I'm doing. I've been doing it for like 2 weeks. I've only been posting 7 days a week for like 2 weeks.
Yeah. So you're posting 7 days a week for 2 weeks? Is that what you said?
Well, a week before I started the 10K, I was watching your stuff and I was like, okay, I got to start posting more. Because before I was only doing like 3 or 4 times a week because I thought that was good enough.
Yeah. Yeah. So it depends what your goals are. What are your goals?
Well, sustainable 10K at least. Like that's what I'm wanting to start is like build up. So I have that. And then also monthly revenue. I have to get that up as well.
Yeah. 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 Okay. So I think we need to be selling clients into our high ticket offer and our 6-week challenge. That's what I would prefer. Okay. And so based on that ideology, here's what I want you to do. Once a week, I want you to advertise your 6-week challenge on like a Thursday. Once a week, I want you to like the rest of the month, I want you to be promoting your high ticket offer because if you get on a sales call with somebody that can't afford your high ticket offer, you can always downsell to your 6-week challenge, right? But the entire month, I want you to promote your coaching program. And then once a week, you can promote your 6-week challenge so that we're not losing out on revenue because we're just hoping for a big 6-week challenge. Because then we get into urgency and scarcity and we're like, fuck, if I don't sign clients, I don't make money. And then the 6-week challengers can sense desperation on us. So what I would do is I would do once a week CTA. Like if you want results like this, send me a DM. And then once a week, you're talking about your 6-week challenge. And then the countdown timer is still in your story. I would still be shouting people out as they join your 6-week challenge. In fact, I would just get into a habit of shouting people out on your Instagram stories because I think it's like a really good thing to continue having clients come in. Because when people see clients joining your program, they want to jump on board.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then in the last week, Logan, that's when I'd go super fucking hard. And it would be like every day. Bam, 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 bam.
Yeah.
Only 4 spots left, only 3 spots left, only 2 spots left, only 2 days left. Like we're really creating a lot of urgency and scarcity in that last week. But right now, the only reason you've only sold one is because there isn't a lot of urgency and scarcity because it's not for another few weeks, right?
Yeah.
Also, I think you need to find more videos where you look like a fluffy boy.
I got 40 followers from that one, actually. So I've been trying to do more of those style of ones, but.
So you could do something like.
Wait a minute. 10 toes in when we standing on business.
So I want you to do this, but I want you to give value. So a way that you could do this and give value, Logan, is you could start. I'm going to turn off the sound.
Okay.
You ready to find it? So I want you to pretend I'm doing a voiceover. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Are you ready to finally shred that gut? Then follow along in this workout. I'm going to give you the exact routine that I did to shed my body fat and see my six pack. Step number 1 is blah, 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 blah. Number 2, blah, blah, blah. And then you're just doing a voiceover of you working out. So then you still get that opening shot of like, it's like a very dramatic opening shot, but then you give value, right? Because when I'm looking at your content right now, I think the reason that people aren't reaching out as much as you want is it's not because you're not creating enough warm leads. It's because you're not giving enough value, in my opinion.
Yeah. That's okay.
So, and like you give more value, you get more leads because you have the physique that people want. It's obvious that people want this physique. So now you need to teach them how you're doing it. So this opening shot and then transition into your workout. Do this opening shot and then transition into your meal plan as you shred it, right? So let's play around with some videos like that. I think that you're in I would say you're in content experimentation phase. I think you can keep the once a week for the next 4 weeks in the 10K, Alex. And then I'm letting you know right now because I don't want you to hit 10K a month. I want you to hit 20K a month because I think that you've got the physique and I think you've got the capability to do so. So let's experiment with your content this month, bro. And let's find a flow that works. And once you find a flow that works, I want you doing 2 reels a day, every day, 7 days a week.
Okay. Sounds good, man.
But we'll find your flow this month first.
Yeah. Just one more question if I can.
Of course.
So do you structure your like posting? Do you do something specific on each day? Like say like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'll do a talking head. Thursday, Wednesday, I'll do like to get more reach. And then Saturday, Sunday, maybe I do connection style post, or do you just kind of flip flop it around so it's not always the same and then it looks too scheduled?
Yeah, I think that, so number 1, I think having a schedule is a really good place to start. So if you have a schedule right now, I think it's good to stick to. I'll tell you how I operate, but I'm also posting 3 times a day. So I don't think following my blueprint is necessarily the best when you're getting started, but I'll tell you how I think about it. I try to post at least 2 value pieces per day. That's like where I start. 2 value pieces per day. And then anything else that I post is either an experimentation piece, like something that I think is going to go viral, a relationship reel, or just like a new content style. But I try to do 2 value posts every day, no matter what. So for you, it's like the value in your videos should be like 5 days a week, in my opinion. Like you're trying to give as much value as you can. And then on Saturday, Sunday, you can do connection content. But like the more value that you give to your audience, the more that people will reach out and want to buy from you. Because they're going to start saying like, I follow your content. I did your meal plan. I lost 5 pounds. I want to take action.
Yeah, no, that all makes sense. Thanks, man.
Dude, can I just say something?
Yeah. What's up?
I think your account is going to go super fucking viral. I don't know why I feel like telling you that, but I feel like you are like onto something and I would keep going. Like your engagement for 1,000 followers is fucking disgusting. So don't fucking stop.
Okay. You got it, man. I don't quit. So I'll keep going.
Bro. Much love.
Yeah,
Talk to you soon.
Peace. Yeah,
last and not least, Mr. Aiden. What's up, dog?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Beard game is matching my beard game. Okay.
I'm trying to catch up.
I like it.
This is the first time I'm on Podchats. I've been with you for over a year, so I really want to share a win. When I first started with you, it was in-person coaching, $800 a month. Now I'm making 15 to 17K a month. So I just want to say thank you so much for everything you do, man.
I remember our first conversation when you were fucking struggling for the first payment. And look at you now, bro.
Man, I was like, hold on, give me another.
You're like, I don't know if I can fucking do this. I'm like, I think you fucking need to do this, bro.
I appreciate you pushing me for real. This is it's been life-changing just being part of this program. So I have a couple questions. Most of the questions you already have answered some of my questions. So I haven't had my content audited in a very long time. I was wondering if that can be done.
Did you do content mastery?
I did some of it. I haven't finished it all yet.
Okay, so I will audit your content, but you have to promise me that you're gonna fucking finish it.
Yes, I promise.
All right,
I'll finish it and I'll post it.
All right. Because that's the rule. Aiden hasn't been here for a minute, so he didn't know the fucking rule. But you got to do content mastery. I'll give you a content on it, but then I gotta let you know. What's your Instagram again, Aiden?
I just posted in the chat.
Oh, got it. All right.
Because you're focused on losing fat and putting on muscle. You're gonna want to save this fucking video. The first thing you want to do is figure out. If you're not sure what your calories and macros you need, you're focused on losing fat and putting on muscle. You're gonna want to save this fucking video.
Jump cut, slow zooms. Where are we at?
If you're not sure what your calories and macros you need.
So when you have everybody write this in the chat. Every 1.5 to 3 seconds, I want there to be a scene change in your videos. I'm gonna give you an example. Okay. Now my definition of a scene change: jump cut, slow zoom, change camera angle, something. I want to show you this video, and I'm gonna show you that I follow my own rules. Ready? When you squeeze a lemon, what comes out? When you squeeze a lime, what comes out? Squeeze an orange, what comes out? And when you squeeze these three fruits, what's the common denominator between what comes out of all three of them? What comes out is what's inside. So the next time you're faced with adversity and you get squeezed, pay attention to what's coming out of you. That's where all the work is. See that?
Yeah. So
every 1.5 to 3 seconds, there's something fucking happening in that video. I'm trying to keep you engaged because it's just a static video. If I would have just filmed that straight on, people are bored. So you can take the same. So I'm going to tell you how to do it in pre-edit and post-edit. Pre-edit, you can change the camera angle. So I'll show you how you can film this one better.
If you're not sure what your calories and macros you eat,
you come up to the camera. Are you not sure what calories and macros you should be eating? And then you change the camera angle over here. Then you look over here. Then you're going to want to save this fucking video because I'm going to put you on some game. And then the next scene is you in the kitchen fucking around with food, talking about macros. And then the next scene is you walking on the treadmill. And then the final scene is you in your office chair, follow for more value. But it's like, so that's how you can do it pre-edit, is you can just change the camera angles. And when I say change the camera angles, I really mean that. You don't have to change the location that you guys are filming in. You take your tripod, Aiden, and you move it like this. And you just, now you're talking sideways to the camera. And then after you deliver your line, you move your tripod over here and you're still aiming forward and you're talking to this side. It looks different, right? And because it looks different, you're going to keep people engaged. So that's just on the pre-edit. Post-edit, when you're putting it in shot. Now notice as well, I feel like a lot of you guys do this, and I want you to minimize the effects of your slow zoom.
Oh, I definitely eat enough protein.
So that's too much of a slow zoom. See how that's like so intense, how it comes at you so fucking hot?
Oh, I definitely eat enough.
See how fast it comes at? It's almost aggressive, right? So instead, you want to make it super subtle. So if you go to, again, I'm going to pull up my fucking lemon video. When you squeeze a lemon, what comes out? Super subtle. You guys see that? Super fucking subtle. When you squeeze a lemon, what comes out? And then even when you guys look at the jump cuts, check out the jump cuts. When you squeeze a lemon, what comes out? When you squeeze a lime, that's a super subtle jump cut. You guys see that? I'm not jumping in at my fucking face. So this is in post edit. Every 1.5 to 3 seconds, slow zooms or jump cuts. And those are really easy to add in InShot. You just need to decrease the intensity of the effect. So you add the effect, then you decrease the intensity of the effect.
the reason why you're not seeing gains is because you're using too much momentum in your exercises. Here's an example. You need to slow it down. Your workout should not feel like a fucking race. You shouldn't be trying to power through with as much weight as possible. You need to focus on that mind-muscle connection. You need to focus on... My coaches and mentors saved my fucking life because they would literally tell me what I needed to hear, not what I wanted to hear. If you are always going to allow yourself to get easily offended when someone tells you something and it's the truth, then you're gonna stay stuck where the fuck you're at. You need to understand that sometimes the shit you need to hear is not gonna feel good. It's gonna actually hurt your fucking feelings. It's also gonna put you in an uncomfortable position, but it's gonna allow you to understand what you need to do, what you need to fix, what you need to work on, so that you can become a better.
I like your content. Instead of steal this workout routine in the caption, I'd say comment workout and I'll send you the full routine. Because then I'm not even gonna fucking talk about read the fucking caption videos, okay? You guys know how I feel about those.
Losing 200 pounds, I had to make some adjustments to my diet. Now, you probably...
So again, you notice that I'm gonna stop the audit because I think all you need to do to make your content better is deliver the same message, but deliver it make it more entertaining in pre-edit and post-edit. The way you're gonna do that in pre-edit.
Losing 200 pounds, I had to make some adjustments to my...
So that's the end of the fucking scene. Bam. And now the next scene is you sitting down eating your fucking food. And then you say another line. And the next scene is you fucking throwing a couple cookies in the garbage while delivering your next line. You get it? You got to make it a little bit more engaging for me.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
Next question.
Next question is, I'm struggling to figure out the difference between mid-ticket and high ticket. I have a mid-ticket and high ticket, but I feel like there's a slight difference and I want to make it a much bigger difference.
Mm-hmm.
So that my clients that are paying high ticket are getting more value than the mid ticket.
Yep.
Right now, the only difference is high ticket gets a meal plan, mid ticket doesn't. High ticket gets weekly check-ins, mid ticket gets bi-weekly check-ins, and then that's pretty much the only difference. We have 2 group calls every week. I'm always popping in the chat, giving value, and we do monthly challenges, custom workouts every month. I make adjustments when I need to. I mean, so I have no restrictions on that. So I don't know what else. I feel like I'm not separating it enough, if that makes sense.
Do you feel like you're not separating enough because, like, what's the price point in those offers?
High ticket is $425 a month. Mid ticket is $300 a month. I just changed it from $250 to $300.
You want my opinion?
Yeah.
I don't think you change fucking anything. That's like the weekly check-ins is more than enough.
Okay.
Right? That in itself is more than enough. And you're like, the clients that are getting weekly check-ins, you're just letting them know. Like, if somebody wants to upgrade from mid ticket to high ticket, you're letting them know, like, I'm going to give you more of me. You get a check-in every single week to make sure that we're like dialing shit in. You're falling off track, I'm kicking you in the ass. I'll do everything I can to make sure that you get amazing results. So it's like, you want a little bit of extra accountability? I fucking got you. Let's do the one-on-one.
Okay.
I think you're overcomplicating it.
Yeah, because I'm checking on every single client every week. I'm checking on everyone at least, especially around weekends. So if we include check-ins, people are hearing from me at least 4 times a week, and I'm like checking nutrition, workouts, getting on their ass, even if they're mid-ticket. So I don't know if I should do that for mid-ticket or I just do it for high ticket.
Do you feel like there's an equal value exchange, or do you feel like you're giving more value than you're getting?
I feel like I'm giving the same value to mid-ticket as I'm giving to high ticket.
I disagree.
Okay.
Well, because like you said, the high ticket gets 4 check-ins, right?
Yeah.
The mid ticket gets 2 check-ins?
Yeah.
What else?
High ticket gets a meal plan. Sometimes they opt out of meal plan anyways. Mid ticket doesn't get the option for a meal plan. And then, like I said, I'm checking on everyone multiple times throughout the week, doing a lot of mindset coaching. They all have access to the group calls, custom nutrition. I make adjustments when I need to. A lot of them are reverse diets, so it's every 2 to 4 weeks. Even if it's not their check-in week, workouts are adjusted every month.
If you wanted to like make your high ticket offer a little bit more sexy and make it more appealing, and you wanted to do a little bit of a takeaway, what you could do is you could have 1 call a week that everybody has access to, and that you could call it the whatever call. And then you could have 1 call a week that you only get access to if you're a one-on-one client. So then your one-on-one clients would have like a smaller, intimate experience with you.
Okay.
Why do people pay higher prices for coaching programs?
More accountability.
Nope.
More value.
Nope. One more guess.
They just want more. They want to guarantee results. More one-on-one.
More access.
More access.
More access. So like when I went to hire Adley for one-on-one mentorship, I reached out and I was like, hey, I want a content monitor. You're like the best on the fucking internet right now. I'm like, what are your options? She's like, $25K to join my program. It's group. And she's like, $50K, you can fly to Nashville, or $105K for 6 months with one-on-one with me. I was like, well, I want the access to you, so I guess I'm paying $100,000. So it's like the reason people pay higher price points is because they want more access. So like that is all you're selling. Don't overcomplicate it.
Okay.
Is that helpful?
Yeah, I appreciate you.
Perfect, bro. Good to hear from you. Talk to you soon. And do content mastery.
For sure.
Shit. Are you coming to the event, Aiden? Am I seeing you in September?
Yes, sir. I bought the ticket while you were doing the announcement. So
just today?
No. It was actually when it first.
Oh, fuck. I was like, damn, okay. This guy's on it. This guy's on it. Perfect. I love it. Okay. I'll see you soon, bro.
See you soon, man.
What up, Turner? Last and not least, Mr. Turner.
What's going on, man?
How are you, brother?
Good. Really good. I just hit my biggest month, 8.5K.
Let's fucking go, bro.
Yeah, fired me up. So I hit 7 the month before and then 8.5K the month after. So super freaking awesome. Super pumped about that. But a bigger win than that, I'm deciding to come to the event. So I'm buying my ticket like this week. I'm going to book my hotel, all that stuff. Yeah, so I'm pretty excited about that. My question is, so a lot of my, like I work at an in-person gym and a lot of my leads are coming from, I'm still getting like leads off social media, but a lot of my leads are coming from like word of mouth from like in-person people that I've actually like met and know. And I'm still getting like a few leads online, but maybe not as much as I would like to. Just like wondering like what I need to be doing with like my social media differently. And then the other thing is, yeah, just because I want to build my like recurring revenue.
Mm-hmm. So first things first is use every tool that you possibly have at your disposal.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people view that as like a disadvantage. They're like, oh, I'm not getting as many leads as I want for my social media. I view this as an advantage because while we're building your social media, you still get to get a bunch of traffic from other sources. So when I first started online coaching, bro, like I had like 1,000 Instagram followers, 2,000 Instagram followers, but I was a bartender at a local restaurant. And every single day I was talking to people, and every single day I was jacked. So people are like, how do I eat? And so I leveraged every possible opportunity that I could. So make sure that when you're thinking about building an online business, people just typically think online, but what you really need to think is like, this is your own business. And so online is one of the places that we can talk about it, but we can also talk about it in person. So I just want to do that like quick little mindset adjustment, because I think it's actually an advantage to you. I think you have a big advantage.
I find the quality of my clients, like the in-person ones, they're all very, very similar, which is nice. So it's like a good avatar for me.
Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna go. Do you mind if I do a quick little look at some of your content?
Yeah, for sure.
Your mentality is the mistake you're making that's preventing you from getting lean. In your fitness journey, there are going to be road bumps, whether that be missing a workout or having a bad day of eating. Instead of falling off completely, try this. Number 1, make note of triggers that cause binging. Understanding when things happen can be proactive in preventing them. Number 2, plan your meals and snacks. This will help with the temptation of binging. Number 3, practice moderation. Allowing yourself to have a treat can actually support long-term sustainability rather than cutting things out completely. Do this and you'll actually start making some progress with getting lean. Follow for more value.
I'm going to watch the whole thing again. I want to give you some feedback.
Your fuck it mentality is the mistake you're making that's preventing you from getting lean.
So like, yes, but if it's almost like that's not going to resonate with me if I'm watching the video right away. So I want to get what the actual substance of the video is. One sec.
In your fitness journey, there are going to be road bumps, whether that be missing a workout or having a bad day of eating.
So what I would rather you do is I'd rather you talk about one of the concepts so that you can fucking hammer it. So with the fucking mentality, if you choose one of the concepts, then you can hammer it. When you press the fuck it button after you have one Oreo and then you end up eating 50 of them, that's why you're not losing weight. Then we can hammer that concept home. So first things first, I want to give you credit because your content is improving. Like you're experimenting, you're doing some slow zooms, you're starting to fuck around with it a little bit more. So now I want to get you like more into it. If you take a general thing, like right now, the fucking mentality is a general statement. How do we narrow it down and call it a pain point? Because if you don't narrow it down and call it a pain point, then it doesn't resonate with anybody. But if I can take a general statement and narrow it down and hammer a pain point, then it's going to stick out. It's going to stand out in the algorithm.
Like, are you saying change like the fuck it mentality to binging?
So binging, but no. So I like the fuck it mentality, but I would attach the fuck it mentality to a specific thing that a prospect is doing. So like you didn't attach the fuck it mentality to a specific thing. What you did is you gave some general statements. So watch this.
Your fuck it mentality is the mistake you're making that's preventing you from getting lean. In your fitness journey, there are going to be road bumps, whether that be missing a workout or...
So you need to tell them what the road bump is. Your fucking mentality is why you're not losing weight. You have one Oreo and then you think, may as well eat the whole box. That's why you're struggling. Instead, blah, 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 blah. So like, I'm just going to put words in their mouth and I'm going to like attach a pain point to it. So like,
steal this talking track to collect more paid in full deals on the phone. The strategy is simple.
Oh, fuck. There's some that I recorded some videos where I'm out there here.
When someone says, how much do you charge? You better not give them the fucking price. Instead, you need.
So like, I just tell them what they're doing wrong. So I'm like, when someone says, how much do you charge? Don't give them the fucking price. So I'm like, I'm almost like putting words in their mouth. Let's see.
Your content's not getting any views, you're not getting any leads, and you're not growing on social media. It's because you're not using specific language to call it your avatar. Instead.
So that could be true, right? But I'm just putting words in their fucking mouth. If you're not getting this result, this is why. And I'm like telling them exactly why, and then I'm giving them the solution. Does that make sense?
I think so, yeah.
So here, your fuck it mentality is the reason you're not losing weight, and this is why. And like one Oreo doesn't equal a box.
Yeah.
You know? And like one cheat meal doesn't equal fuck it on your diet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like then you're tying it to a specific concept.
Your fuck it mentality is the mistake you're making.
Another thing I want you to take note of is I want you to watch my videos, Turner, and I want you to watch how much of me is in the video.
As a man, it's my responsibility to buy that.
So you notice how like there's like this much of me in the video almost at all times, either that or it's even closer.
Here's how to use a 14-day challenge to collect $5,000.
So like that much of me is in the video. I'm like taking up most of the frame.
They say, show me your friends and I'll show you your.
So like in your video right here, I think you're too far out of frame.
Your fucking mentality is the
I'd rather you start here and then you can get a little bit closer.
mistake you're making that's preventing you from getting lean.
Also, when you're doing your slow zooms, I wouldn't have them on for as long as you're having them on. I would have them on for probably 1.5 to 3 seconds max. And 3 seconds is probably a little bit too much on the high end. I try to have them on a little bit shorter, like 1.5 seconds. But again, I think you're too far out of frame here, bro. So I think you should start closer in frame.
In your finish journey,
so I wouldn't have your full body here. I would be closer in frame. The only exception I'd make to that full body rule is if you're in the gym doing an exercise demonstration. But for the purpose of this, you don't need to be.
There are going to be road bumps.
Because I want to, like, if you're gonna, if you have a box of Oreos, I want to fucking see it. Like, I want the box of Oreos to be like right here.
Whether that be missing a workout.
If you're tired of staying
so same thing here
in the exact same spot with your,
I was saying the slow zoom is almost too much, right? So like, it can start with the slow
if you're tired of,
so you start closer already, and then there's a little bit of a slow zoom, and then it cuts back to the video. Make sense? So like, if you watch this.
There was one video I had that I actually wanted to ask you about. Like I just posted, I got like a video editor to do it, and it popped off pretty good. It got like 5,000 plays, which is like a lot more than it normally gets, and like 150 likes. So it was from like random people that weren't following me. I was gonna ask, like, the people, like, I found people are like liking it, people are seeing it, but I'm not getting like necessarily like follows from it. So I guess it's like kind of harder to convert.
There's a version of you that never skips training, never wastes time. There's a version of you who never fails. It is waiting for you.
Keep me on the block, baby. What? Keep me on the block, baby.
That's a fucking sick video. So you can experiment with those videos, like mixing those videos in a couple times a week. But I really want you to fucking keep practicing these talking videos.
Yo, Julian, how's the healthy eating going? Oh man, not so good. I have the worst craving. If this is you, use this strategy to curb cravings while getting.
So why don't you do this, but like try this whole fucking, do the whole video like this, do the whole bit like this.
Yo, Julian, how's the healthy eating going?
Oh, I have no, try the whole fucking bit with this. And maybe you don't do the face, but like maybe you do both characters, because that video outperformed all the other videos on your page, right? What's this?
Yeah.
Music's too loud, in my opinion. I would also start with the end result and then get to this. So end result would be like banana pancakes, make them look fucking delicious, and then go like this, and then show them not made, and then show them made again. So like, I wouldn't start with this. I would start with the end result. Lighting in your videos. Do you have a ring light?
Yeah.
Okay. Doesn't look like it here. Are you using it?
Yeah. I've been using it since like the one where I'm in that blue tank top. Like
so okay, yeah. So turn off the this light in your kitchen over here. Turn off that light right there. That'll make it in your videos. Also, again, you want to come closer, because if you look at, so I want you to, here's what I want you to do, bro. I want you to screenshot this scene, okay? And then I want you to go to Trent's page. I want you to screenshot his scenes when he is. I want to show you the one where he's in the kitchen. One sec. And so this is what I'm talking about with the end result. Look.
This strawberry cream frap has 65 grams of sugar and almost.
So like, do you see how close he is to the camera? Right?
Yeah. Like body frame and zooming in.
Yep, exactly. And then it's zooming in on the fucking, it's getting super, super close.
Right? 500 calories. There's
another video I want to show you. Look how close he is to the camera. Right? It's like, if you look at that frame, let's just screenshot that. And then I'm going to open that. We're going to screenshot that, and then I'm going to go back to your frame and screenshot. Where did it go? Sorry.
Your fucking mentality is the mistake you're making that's preventing you from getting.
Sorry, I'm trying to move my screenshot. Apparently, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. There we go. This one. I'm blowing up like you thought I would. That wasn't the one. This one. So, like, notice how much closer. And it's, again, this is a subtle fucking thing, bro. It's very subtle.
Yeah, but it's way better.
But like, you see, like his exactly. You can see this is very subtle, but this is gonna make the difference. Justin, can you see your face screenshotted here? How fucking funny is that, bro? You see that? Tripped me out. But that's subtle, but that makes a big difference, right? Also, want you to notice, bro, how he's got the entire macros listed. Now, I know that you might not necessarily count protein, carbs, fats, but I guarantee you your audience does. Guarantee.
Yeah.
So putting the actual like 17 grams of protein, 700 grams of sugar, blah, 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 whatever the fuck. Also notice how the title is different than the words. So like the words here, then it's different. So it like stands out a little bit more. So I think come in a little bit closer on your framing, add a little bit better lighting, in my opinion. I would fuck around with your lighting and see how you can get optimal lighting. And this is something that might take some time. You might have to like go and find your optimal place to film. But what I will say, Turner, is your content has improved dramatically since when you started the program, like exponentially. It's a lot better because you went from doing fucking this shit.
Yeah.
Right. You went from doing this shit to this shit. And like you haven't found your stride yet, but you're finding it. Like it's coming, bro. So you just need to keep going.
Okay.
Cool.
Perfect.
Was that helpful?
Yeah. So just to reiterate it, you said attach the fuck it mentality to a pain point.
Yep. That concept applies to every single mindset piece that you're going to give. So if you're like, you're lazy as fuck and that's why you're not getting results, because every single time you wake up in the morning, you skip the gym, you press snooze. So it's like you want to put. So if you're going to give a mindset thing, then attach it to a pain point they have.
Yeah. Okay. No, that makes a lot of sense. And then you said faster zooms off the start, but make sure like my body is in the frame. Like it's not like out here.
Yeah. And make it more subtle and then less duration of the effect. So you don't want to have the effect going for 5 seconds. I would have the effect like go watch the lemon video that's on my page. And then you'll see how subtle it is and how long it is. You can just count with your fingers. 1, 2, 3. And then you're like, okay, 1, 2. Like it's like you can count. Like they're very slow. They're very subtle.
Okay.
Cool.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
You're welcome, bro. I'm super fucking stoked to hear you that you're coming to the event. And I'm also super proud of you that you've had 2 record-breaking months in a row. Cause I know that was a big struggle when we first talked. You were like, I don't really know if this is going to work. And so it's like, it's cool to see you on the come up, bro. Proud of you.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate you. All right, guys, that's it. That's all. Thank you guys so much for coming to Podchats. Those of you guys that stuck around for the full fucking 2 hours, you guys know who you are. Turner Swan, Aiden, Katya, Gemma, Josh, Justin, Kenny, Megan, Naima, Raymond, Sammy. I love it. I hope you guys have the best of your entire life. Love y'all. Talk to you guys soon. Peace. Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. Hopefully you got some value. If you did, and you want to learn more about how me and my team can help you scale your online fitness business to $10,000 a month, DM me 10K on Instagram at TheRealBrianMark for more information, and I'll reach out to you to see if I can help you grow an online coaching business.